Okay, so I added the superfood digestive supplement. I didn't quite get the full amount, but I did what I could get. So now I'm going to take the Miralax. Got this little tiny bottle at Walmart. I'm not supposed to need to do this often. You know what? I'm thinking about it. I don't know if Miralax can freeze well. So I'm just going to not worry about freezing that part. Okay. So I'm going to add in I'm going to put these guys in the freezer. That took a little too long. Okay, so, hello, Jake. Yours, my name is? My name is Rebecca. Decide what you... Oh, you got that mixed up. I just have too much going on in the freezer. You should go somewhere else, maybe. You can take those bad vibes with you. Okay, so next, trying to stick with the 200. respectively mLs of water. Okay, there's that. Ooh. So, again, my cat friend's dealing with some, yo, hey Zeb, how you doing? My cat friend's dealing with some constipation issues. It started off pretty bad, where he had to go ahead and get an enema and all that. And then I realized last week he was still constipated. It's milder, but not quite all the way done yet. So I'm trying to make a little something for him to try to help things along. So far, between today and yesterday, it's been his best streak. He usually goes once a day, and he was able to do that, but now I kind of want to just try to keep that going as best I can. And I heard a good thing about pumpkin, and also the vet who I spoke with had recommended adding Metamucil in the mix. But I also understand that can cause some blockages, which is not preferred. So Miralax tends to be a little better because it doesn't cause the bulk, the bulking to happen. So we got some pumpkin superfood. We're going to take half of a quarter of a teaspoon of some Miralax. Which is 1/8 a teaspoon. Which is eventually that. Put that in there. Another reason why I would prefer to go over things with the Miralax instead of the Metamucil is because Miralax is a little bulky and kind of noticeable, and cats can be finicky about it. And I got a little finicky guy going on here, so I kind of don't need to give him more reasons to not want to use food. This is supposed to just be dissolving into the thing and not be very detectable. Okay, so that's the pumpkin. That's the what do you call it? Pumpkin, such. Made little pumpkin ice trays. That's in the freezer. I'm not pulling out because I don't want to have to figure out how to put it back in again. Okay, so food for tonight. So the plan is to finish the rest of the sensitive stomach. It should be the last one. Then tomorrow finish off the ID diet, and then start on figuring out the biome. If not tomorrow for dinner, then the next day for breakfast or dinner. So since I do add the water in, my cat friend has had the behavior recently of taking his foot and scooping out what he can from the water and eating off. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to use the food processor and do it that way and lessen his opportunities to do that. That's what I'm going to try. All right. So this right here is, you know, I swear he just had this. So he probably won't want this one. My cat friend is a little something or other when it comes to being particular. So I can either try and do it again, but I feel like that's not gonna fly and it's too late to. Okay, I think I'm gonna just use the ID. But I'm a little worried that's gonna have the wrong effect. So I won't do the pate, but okay. Okay, I was thinking there was something I gave him that had pumpkin in it before. So that gives me hope that he's going to eat it, even though it tastes like pumpkin, because this has pumpkin in it. But since it already has pumpkin in it, and that's pumpkin, I'm not trying to overdo the pumpkin. So I'm not going to do this one. Alright, that's chicken, duck, and turkey. That's too much going on in that one. Okay, so this one is liver and chicken. So at least it's got the chicken, but I'm a little worried that the liver is going to be a little too hard for him to deal with. Okay, I'm going to try this one. It's just chicken. Or should I do the ID? I feel like from a standpoint, of what am I more concerned about? Him getting more constipated or somehow getting diarrhea? Which one is my concern most? I kind of am more concerned about diarrhea on account of dehydration can follow suit to that. So we're gonna try this one because I feel like if I try to do the ID diet and do the pumpkin and do the Miralax, we might be having some issues. The goal is hopefully that the pumpkin and the Miralax will help smooth this out. Okay. Okay. So I am making the switch over to adult from kitten because he's definitely no longer kitten. It's now me. But the vet did say I can phase out the food I have. So I'm going to be doing that. So again, my Kit Kat friend has gotten a little too smart for his own good. And I try to mix the water in, and then he just pulls out however many chunks he can with his paw, aims it off the rug. Not the rug, but his little rug, his little mats he has. But no, thank you. I don't have that kind of time. So I finally got the idea, hey, I should just food processor this. Let's try that. That way, if it's all mixed together, he can't do that. Alrighty. So that's how much I like him to drink, which means I gotta up it because chances are there's gonna be stuff that gets stuck and I'm not gonna want to have to deal with that. So the max fill line is not that much farther up. So I'll just add a little bit more. Okay. Alrighty. Found one. very stink off time. Ugh. Alright. Kind of like a milkshake. You know, after it's been melted. So I guess I should say chocolate milk. Anyway, let's go ahead and get that ready for Kitty Cat. I have a feeling he's going to be having his nose up in there about it, but we'll see what happens with that. Okay. Okay, here. So again, I'm only personally trying to make sure he gets 200. There is such a thing as overwatering your cat, so definitely don't want to do that. So the goal is to fill to the line and just throw whatever else out. I gotta do this over the sink. Alright, that's what we're keeping. Okay. Okay. Let me set things up. Alright, I got that on the tray. Now I'm going to take the Hydra Care and get that set up on the, I'll wait on that part. Gonna have myself. I like this to be stuck to. it's up to you. The one is hydrated. Okay. Alright. We'll try it. He's determined. He's very interested to know what is making it smell. Whether he's gonna like it, I don't know. We'll get to that when you get to that. I don't feel like playing today. Okay, So he's trying to little the stuff that's spilled over there. Seems like he's digging it. That's helpful to know. Hopefully I'll continue to be the case. Looking for more. One trick mind. I know the feeling. I'm the same way. Cow! Birdie! Birdie, birdie! Meow, where's the food? Meow, where's the food? No time for birdie? Birdie? Meow, where's the food at? Birdie, birdie? Birdie? Birdie, 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 birdie. He's on a mission. No birdie. No birdie. Meow, food. Meow, I need food. Meow, meow, food, food. Okay, that's something. Great. That's good. Okay. That's enough. I would do more, but I'm not. It's late. And he's been waiting a while. I'll have to try to do better with that tomorrow. Okay. Next on step. Next step, next step. Gotta try getting used to this fountain. For the advice of the vet, whichever vet was present at the Vetco, when I was over there. I say that because I got the messaging directly from someone in the front. Okay. So they said, get the fountain that holds the thing, and they said, use Gruff, but he's getting his nose up in the air about Gruff, so I'm just gonna keep using Hydroterra. He seems like that. Yeah. 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 All right, now. Yeah. Yeah. Do bring it right with Hydroterra. All right. Meow. Meow. Yeah, before I do that, let's just sit for a bit. Hi. Hello. What's that? Oh, did you finish? There's still stuff in there. It's still in there. Oh. Oh, not enough. Oh. He's looking for options. Oh. I don't know if that's coming off enough. Looks like it won't come off more. Yeah, it's just kind of stuck on there. All right then. Round 2. I gotta clean up and stuff, so I'll leave it out. There's still a little on there. Oh, the stuff that came out. Put in there. I need to change out waters. good with that. As far as going out to eat it, that's good. Uh-oh. Picky, picky. That went pretty well. And the best part is he didn't do that. Let me grab it with my paw and throw it on the floor thing. Yay. Alright, girl. You're all done with dinner. Good job. You ate so good today. Well, for dinner. Good job eating your dinner so good. Yay. Yay, good job. You did it. No more food. More food tomorrow, starting with breakfast. But yeah, in case anybody's on here who's like, what's been going on with Becky828 of this, and a lot of this, I'm trying to get this little guy back in full health. I felt pretty guilty. I was trying to give him variety and I overdid it, seems like. And then it got magnified after he had to get his surgery and had all those medications that they use during the process. And it got the little guy a little shook up, digestively speaking. So we're working on getting things back in order. So tonight we had some Instinct kitten chicken, because that's the only just straight chicken thing I had, mixed up with some pumpkin superfood supplement that I got at the vet at the Petco, plus just a little bit of Miralax. I can't even see how much. I know it's less than 1/8 because I threw out whatever was more than what I'm saying is 200 milliliters of the food. Hey, he ate it pretty good. That's awesome. But yeah, definitely the ways to eat better is when I can get, like figure out some kind of way to get it upright like it is right now, but you would use like a salad bowl or a pasta bowl, so that way he's got plenty of room for his whiskers, so he doesn't have to keep taking breaks. And we got some time getting him acclimated to his new fountain. Hopefully he'll take on to it well and be able to drink water from it. That's the goal. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep adding in silly guy. Adding water to his what do you call it? Food. I guess there's a button there or something. So far we're in a good trend. He went number 2 yesterday. He went number 2 today. Hopefully the streak will continue because he is used to doing every day number 2s. But to recap before I end the stream, we did superfood, popsicle, not kind of, ice cubes. So I did enough to do 12 ice cubes. And it says to do, for the feeding guidelines, 3/4 a tablespoon. But I didn't really have enough to be able to put all of that in the ice cubes. So I just can't quite do that then. And the idea is you freeze it so that way it lasts 3 months versus 1 week when you just refrigerate it. So whatever I could get into ice cubes, I went ahead and I added to his dinner tonight. Ice cube, I'll put a spoon and some water. And then I mixed that in with some Instinct kitten chicken. And 1/8 teaspoon of Miralax. And then not the full Miralax and not the full pumpkin actually stayed in to what he ate tonight. But it should be enough to maybe do a little something to keep things moving along. Likely not too much where it's going to be diarrhea, but the way this year's been going, it could be. So we'll kind of see what happens. So far, he's ready for the growing part, and he's going to go find a nice place to get a nod. And I'm going to do that too real soon. First, I got to eat my own dinner, which I'll do off stream. And then I will work on getting my nod time. So thanks so much for everybody who checked this out, including Zeb. So good to see you, Zeb. I'm looking forward to doing more streams in the future. It's a fun time. Sorry I've been missing out lately. Again, lately my ears been cat stuff, but I guess I could stream that too. Some people care about cat stuff. Anyway, I just wanted to do today's stream because I thought, hey, maybe somebody else might be down with constipation. But yeah, prebiotics, sure. But again, that said, Metamucil. But apparently, it can get a little bulky. The waste that gets bulked up. Then you gotta worry about blockage forming. No, thank you. I'd rather not do that. So instead, I opted in for the Miralax. And that's supposed to be, the water gets there, but it doesn't do anything to change the bulk. So that sounds like the thing. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and call it. My cat friend had all of his yummy food. He's still trying to figure out more, but there isn't more to have. Sorry. More food during breakfast. Sorry. All right. Thank you so much for checking things out. Enjoy whatever time of day you're got going on. And have a beautiful day tomorrow. Bye-bye.